there will be an ad break for about 1 minute and 30 seconds. I have 1 minute and 30 second ads on the hour, every hour of the day. Just be prepared, because it's coming in 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, and I'll be back in 1 minute and 30 seconds. Yep. Maybe not. That is not chess. We're going to start by turning my microphone on. That may help. And we're going to listen to this video and see what this fella has to say about the Carokann defense. And I'm going to talk about one of my openings that I did in playing chess last night that I noticed that's a part of my defense, which, wow, we'll just see. We'll see what happens. A part of the Carokann, maybe. So it's like two variations. There's what's called the advanced variation and the exchange variation. And there may be a few other variations of the Carokann defense. Why I choose to play this for black is because it is the easiest to remember all of the middle game successions to the Carokann opening, because they are extremely easy. Most grandmasters will tell you that the Carokann defense is a drawish type of defense. It doesn't allow for a lot of gameplay. It's boring. And that's why I'm wondering. I'm thinking about something, and we're gonna put my thinking brain to the board and see what transpires with my new opening idea. But before I do that, we're going to listen to this video right here.
Different video. Here we are learning e4 c6. This is the Carokann defense. This is not the
Well, right off the bat, he pronounces it the Carokann. The Caro. The Caro cannot do it for me. I'm so sorry, but I call it the Carokann because there's one letter missing, and that's the letter T. And when you say carrot, well, there's another R in there, but I could be wrong. I don't know. I pronounce it the Carokann because it's a Care Bear type shit. I don't know what the hell I'm talking about, but hey. And let's listen to what this fella has to say. He supposedly is a 2500 player. Yep. Have I got my stream going here? What's going on? Yeah, I made a boo-boo. Okay, we gotta stop. What? And, okay, there we go.
Carokann defense. It's not just that you go here, e4 c6, and standard play looks like this. You build for the center, with your c-pawn, because if they
No, 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 no. You don't build. You don't build. There's not a billion pieces on the chessboard. There's only 64. You don't build, okay? We're not in Russia. We're in the United States of America. I'm from down south. But I live in Maine because I'm a damn redneck maniac. I hit the wrong button again. Was that streaming right there?
take you, you want to take back like this in the center of the board. So
that's true.
First, we're going to look at the very standard 2 pawns in the center approach. Then we are going to take a look at everything besides that, and then, you know, the other nonsense. So d4, d5. At this point, the way I want you to think about this is, what does white do to the pawn in the middle?
White
do
doesn't
they take,
do anything.
push, or protect it? We're going to begin with pushing because this is what's played the most, because people don't want to take. They see that they can push and advance like this, and you can't play this traditional move, knight to f6. So against this pawn wedge, theory says that bishop to f5 is the most successful move and the most common. To develop the bishop outside of the pawn chain and then play e6 like this, and then attack the center with c5. Now, this variation is great, but in my opinion, I think the more advanced folks should explore this. I think that there is a far simpler approach for intermediate and beginner players, and I'm going to show it to you. It's my main recommendation in my course, and I recommend it for a reason. The reason I don't like this is because if you wait too long, you will be subjected to a bit of a space disadvantage. And if you don't know how to handle these positions, you'll get suffocated. So I recommend that against the advanced variation, you fight with this move right away. And the whole point is you're trying to actually get them to take you. Why? Because then you're going to develop your knight to c6. So the c-pawn moves a second time to dislodge the wedge in the center. You bring the knight out, and the second this knight gets to f3 to defend this pawn, you throw the bishop out there to pin it. Sometimes the bishop will go to f5, but most times you're going to wait for this move and then play this.
I kind of
this is how I like to play this position with black. And let me just show you what this can look like. You will slowly maximize the pressure on these 2 pawns and then try to take both of them. So your next move, once you get the bishop out of this area, is going to be to play something like e6, because now your bishop is not locked in anymore, okay? Then you're going to take this pawn back. If it gets defended, your knight loves to go to f5. It cannot go to f6, so it likes to go to e7, and then...
Now, see, this is what I don't like about his play. So... we played, generally in the Carokann defense, the queen knight is played on d7 in front of the queen in order to attack the c5 square. So then you've got a knight and a bishop attacking c5. That's what I like. I don't know why he played the knight to c3. And the other knight move, I'm not 100% sure about in the advanced variation, because I haven't looked at the advanced variation book line. I don't remember it. I still like knight to d7 because it's attacking 2 pawns instead of 1. If he's going to play that idea, why not play c6, c5 right up front? Up front. Yeah, I don't know. Because then if the pawn pushes, you know, that's maybe looking at a transposition or something. I don't know.
Or something like this to f5. Now, if you're confused what's going on with this bishop, if this bishop ever gets attacked, that's a waste of time because you're going to take and then this has no defense anymore. You just wait a little bit. The most tricky thing in this opening is when to take that e5 pawn, because I don't want you to weaken your king so much. There can be like worst case scenarios where you accidentally, let me just show you just a really funny example, leave this whole diagonal open and get hit with this and lose. Because now
he's what the hell did he do? He took that knight and he's moved it once. What did he do? Move it once, twice. He's moved that knight 3 times, okay? That's very bad for black. Moving a piece more than once is not good. It also doesn't play with the idea of getting rid of the light squared bishop. Let me just back this up a little here.
The most tricky thing in this opening is when to take that e5 pawn, because I don't want you to weaken your king so much. There can be like worst case scenarios where you accidentally, let me just show you just a really funny example, leave this whole diagonal open and get hit with this and lose, because now you have to block with the queen and that's bye-bye. So that can happen. You need to stay patient with c5 and when they take you, right? Stay patient, jump the knight out, get this bishop to pin. Now, if they play something like bishop to f4, you might need to go back to plan B of bishop f5 and e6, because if you block in your bishop, that will just be a little bit tragic, although it's actually not that bad. Believe it or not, in this position, you actually can play this move. Your bishop will just need to deal with problems later. Now, I only looked at captures, by the way. If they go here, same game plan. That's the beauty. Same game plan. Knight c6, you wait for the knight, you pin it, and then at some point, you're ready, right? See, knight e7, or you can take, and you go for that pawn. After you take the knight and you take the pawn, this knight pressures the center. You need to go move by move, obviously, whether they've taken you or not, whether they've defended their pawn in the center, but this move c5, in my opinion, forces the issue so quickly and really fights on the pawn structure, makes white really have to defend these pawns, which intermediate players are not very good at. They're not very good at making controlling opening moves. They're going to lose both pawns. You're going to have a lot of games you win both those pawns. Just be careful of that diagonal check and try to follow those rules. Obviously, there is more in-depth theory here. I don't go into that in excruciating detail because I want to show you a brief 15-minute summary. You, the more advanced players, can go take a look at opening databases, use the engine, not during the games. Anyway, that's a little bit about the advanced variation. Other variation, exchange variation. Exchange variation can happen after d4 or whenever. Like, this is also the exchange variation. The point is they play e takes d5. They take your pawn. Great. You take back, let me just, we can look at it with both pawns in the center. You have multiple game plans here. The simplest game plan, by far, get your knights out and actually move them first because you know they're going to go there. Knight, knight, easy. And then move the bishop out before you block it in with your e-pawn, and then move your dark squared bishop. Super simple game plan. Knight f3, knight c6, knight f6. Bishop, oh, sorry, 2 moves in a row by me by accident. E6, bishop d6. Super simple. However, you have multiple approaches. The exchange variation for white, when they take on d5, is only considered, according to theory, the exchange variation when they put the bishop to d3. There is a little sub-variation here when they actually attack your pawn with this pawn, because they're actually trying to, dislodge you. This is known as the pan-off. It's not known as the exchange, although they have taken your pawn. They have exchanged your pawn. There is this pan-off variation. And by the way, you can employ much of the similar game plan here. But because this is very demanding on your center, what you can do is actually develop and defend it first. And because you don't want to help white develop. You don't need to help white develop here. You want to try to solidify your center as much as possible. So you're always taking with a pawn. You control in the center with a pawn. But there's actually alternatives. One of my favorite things to do in the exchange variation and in the pan-off is to actually fianchetto my bishop to g7. There's actually some variations where white gets to take this pawn for free, but because you get such quick development, again, just like in the advanced variation, these pawns kind of suck. They don't do anything. And besides the fact that we're playing a main line that grandmasters play, which you're probably not going to get all the time, these pawns can be won very quickly. You can use flank pawn pushes to deflect your opponent's queen and knight. But more than anything else, what I want you to think about here is you have options. You can play this in a fianchetto style, like this, the exchange variation, and then develop your pieces accordingly. And your
video will play after the advertisements, and I don't give a crapola. And I don't even know what a YouTube thing is. Biatch. Sorry about that, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, but we're going to get that solved right now.
Off in the future by taking and then having an isolated pawn. But remember, this is the pan-off. The exchange variation does not have c4. So you can get a very similar looking position, and here either develop standard or, as Gotham said, fianchetto, right? You have two options here. But then there's even some more, but this is the very easy thing to do is when they exchange your pawn.
Bishop.
And the last thing that you need to worry about in the Carokann defense is what if they leave this here? Now, if they leave it here and it's free, like this, I don't know, take it, develop your pieces, don't block in your bishop, play normal chess. There are two ways that they can defend this normally. Number one is with this knight. Number two is the fantasy variation with the f-pawn. The fantasy variation scores very well against the Carokann. The knight, d2 or knight c3, doesn't really matter. You're going to take.
The other thing is there's a pawn to queen 3 for white, which is d3, where I played in one game, and the guy took the exchanged pawn with the queen pawn, which left the queens exposed to each other. And I didn't know, like, he had a knight posted, but that exchange of queens forces white to play that knight move again, which typically it's not good for it's not good to move a piece more than once. So you can exchange a piece off and then develop another piece. So you're gaining half a move by having your opponent move twice in that exchange of queens. There's that, and if the knight's not played, if the c knight's not played, and you exchange the queens, it forces white to move the king to recapture the queen back. So that's pawn to queen 3 instead of pawn to queen 4. I still do not like, my preference, and I would suggest to you, your preference as a beginning to intermediate player is to plan e6. Do not play g6. You have to have a reason for it. The reason typically is the bishop is looking down the dark diagonal towards a rook. Well, white could also fianchetto his bishop on the queen side, and now you've got a good bishop staring down a bad bishop. Your good bishop is staring down white's bad bishop because it can't attack your pawns, which are going to be placed on white squares. So you do not want to exchange those bishops for black, because if you do, you're going to lose the game, or you're going to draw. So you've got to play that dark bishop on that F diagonal and play e6. I recommend doing that, not what this guy is saying. I don't care if he is a master.
Do not recommend taking against the fantasy, because this will allow white to have a big fat center. So there's no need to allow white to get everything they want. You should be confrontational. You shouldn't be a pushover.
Yeah, that's another thing. So he's calling that F4 a fantasy variation, both it begins with the letter F. Now, I didn't go into that because that's a little bit more complicated. Like he says, it's a good idea not to exchange, maybe. So if black exchanges that pawn, you've got a pawn in the center, and you can play your e6. You can still play e6, and maybe get the dark bishop out before the knight comes out there and does something. So he's probably right in that sense. I don't remember the fantasy variation.
In this case, it doesn't matter that the knight is here because it's not really scaring anybody. So you both have lost the center pawn. There are two approaches as far as I'm concerned in the classical variation. When they defend the pawn with the knight, it's known as the classical. In this position, knight f6 or bishop to f5, immediately challenging that knight makes sense. There is also something known as the Karpov variation, which intends to attack the knight with the knight, but defend with the knight as well.
Yeah,
so
that's a good
essentially
idea.
What this looks like is you want to do this.
Right.
Whereas if you just attack with a knight right away, you need to double your pawns.
Double a pawn. So now the only problem with that, remember I told you the reasoning behind c6. Now he doesn't explain the reason behind the c6 and the Carokann. All he's doing is presenting a tactic to you and saying, well, I'm going to play my knight there, and I'm going to play my knight, so I'm going to go attack the other knight, and I'm going to make my position better. Well, white already knows that. So you don't do that. You play like, you want to play the light squared bishop out. If the knight moves back to g3, play the light squared bishop back. You want to trade off the light squared bishop for white's light squared bishop. That's your goal in the Carokann defense. I'm telling you from the perspective of both white and black. If you play white or you play black, it doesn't matter. You want to play for a bishop endgame. And this is my strategy. This is my overall strategy behind winning, is you want to play for a bishop endgame such that your bishop is the good bishop and your opponent's bishop is the bad bishop. Now, as it happens, the Carokann defense does this very well because white loves to play bishop to d3 and exchange off that light squared bishop. Don't ask me why, I have no idea, because I've seen this game played for 20 years or more, 30 years, and none of these masters are playing these endgames to a bishop endgame. None of them. Why is that? Because they're coming up with these little one-liner tactics, and then they don't know what the hell to do. There's no plan, and the c6 pawn, the c5 square is lost. The main idea behind the Carokann defense is the control of the c5 square. That is the strategical, that's the whole thing, because white has control over the center, so you've got to kind of attack on the side a little bit. You've got to do, like, you can't attack the center. You've got to go off to the side and attack. You need to stay with the main strategy of the game, not throw your pieces around willy-nilly, not move them more than once, all that basic stuff. Don't listen to what he's saying here about this knight frickin' move.
I actually think this variation, immediately attacking with the knight, is super simple to play, and what I'm about to show you, I guarantee will happen in one of your games. Of course, if they don't take you, you have to develop normally. There's really not too much we can do here. You're going to have to develop bishop, knight, maybe here, utilize an E or C pawn break to open your position in the future, develop castle. But if they take you, I like to take with the E pawn, and now the game plan's very simple. Bishop out, castle. Okay, so bishop out. Now, in this position, maybe don't castle, because you'll hang mate, like Magnus Carlsen did in a bullet game. But obviously, if they do that, you'll attack their queen and then castle. But after you get this, these pieces will move as follows. Slide the rook over to fight for the e-file. Okay, the knight slides where the rook was. You actually transfer the knight over to the king side, and you're very solid. Plus, when the knight is on f8, it will constantly defend h7, from where you will never be checkmated. And then I have had students get games that look like this. So let's say you develop your bishops, right? Let's say like something like this. And white just plays this. Very lazy move. You can set up a bishop-queen cannon to h3 and actually sacrifice. I've had students win games like this over the years. you know, because they get their queen here now with this bishop. Oh, hello, hello, hello. The knight's under attack. Say something like bishop to e2, and now the killer move, because you've put this rook here, slide it forward. The king is completely cut off by the queen, and rook g4 is made. I guarantee you, you're going to win a game like this. Guarantee you. I don't know if it's going to take 10 games or 100. You will win a game like this in the future because people don't know what to do. That's the thing. You have a game plan. If they don't play h3, okay, trade a piece or two, right? Try to expand on the queen side and take some space. Your doubled pawns are actually not that bad because they repel the enemy knight. And the Tartar Coward, truthfully, is a little bit of a difficult one to play. It's also not super common. But you're going to have to deal with it every now and then. Your alternative is to play the classical variation with bishop to f5. After bishop to f5, there is some theory. You need to get your bishop out of the way. If the opponent does this, you need to not get your bishop trapped. This is all in the description, by the way. Right. And theory looks like this. It's a super theoretical position. But the thing is, if you're about 1700 or below, no one knows what they're doing. And like 95% of my audience is there. I checked.
All right. So, like he says, nobody knows what they're doing. This is a very interesting video. Now, I can tell you again. Black's strategy is to occupy and control the c5 square. Look at where white's knights are placed. Look at white's position on the king side. It's terrible. The queen is out in the middle. There's no gameplay. Now, Black has exchanged his good bishop for white's. Black has exchanged his bad bishop, which is the light squared bishop, for the white's good bishop. So now black can play for an endgame with the dark squared bishop. So you want to save that bishop at all costs. You don't. That bishop is key to winning. Not get it stuck out there. And the h3 for black, I mean the h6 looks really good. You know, black. There's nothing that immediately kicks out the knight. Now, another idea is playing the black's b pawn. If you play the black's b pawn to b5, with the idea of playing the knight from d7 to b3 to d5. You have a knight in the middle of the board. It's in front of those queen on that light square. By playing b5, you're preventing white's c pawn from kicking the knight out. And the idea again is not to trade off that knight, but to exchange off that knight with one of black's pawns. I believe the c pawn. Like I said, the whole idea behind the Carokann defense is for black to take control of the c file, because the c pawn is blocking that c file, and black will exchange the c pawn so that he can get more space on that c file. So that's the whole idea behind the Carokann strategy, the c5 square. The other idea, like I said before, is the dark squared bishop can now attack white's pawns on dark squares when that happens. Let's see what he has to say. This is a supposed 2500 player.
So the truth is, if you want to learn the theory of the Carokann, you gotta probably like buy a course or study some 3-hour video, which might be somewhere in the deep dark alley of YouTube chess. I don't know. But if you just want a very easy variation to play against the classical, I think the Tartar Coward is a good way to go. We haven't looked at the fantasy. The fantasy, in my opinion, I think you should play it like this. I think g6 is a very practical weapon against the fantasy, and you just don't let them bully you. So you'll play bishop to g7, and if the bishop develops early, you will slide your queen out to b6 and actually just go for b2. There is a tricky line here with queen d2, but you're completely safe. You can take an escape, not a problem. And the second white does...
Hello, my name is Kevin Rogers.
Look, Kevin, you know what you can do? You can KMA, baba!
Designers.
goddamn fucking advertisements on YouTube.
Immediately pounce. So for example, you can actually develop. You don't even need to take back because you already won a pawn. Right? This is all in the description for you. This is actually all kind of cutting edge theory. It's been played many times. And if white shoves this pawn forward, well, that's fantastic. We can attack it with f6. A move like f6, get our knight out, and if they defend it, and you can even slide the knight out to f5. You have experience moving the knight to f5 because you've done it in the advanced variation. The fantasy is tricky. It's probably the trickiest. It scores the best at intermediate level against the Carokann. But by the way, there's also like very tricky lines like e5, which can be very aggressive. The point of e5 is that if they take, your bishop and queen can swarm this diagonal. Very tricky line, not the best by theory, but you can play like this. And this is pretty terrifying for white. For example, game can end with knight e2, check here, mate. Congratulations, you've won a game in 7 moves. I don't know how much better of an opening video I can give you. So the fantasy's tricky, but if you find a way to attack them and create an attack on their king because they weaken it a little bit early with this f-pawn push, be my guest. Beyond that, there's a few other variations that are not super popular. There is the 2 knights. If you want to play the 2 knights like you play a Tartakower, you would take and do this. Pretty simple. That kind of overlaps, right? You can also pin the knight, and then very simply, like if they attack you, you trade it just like in the advance, and regroup on the light squares. I really like to do it like this. Light square regrouping, a little bit passive, but very solid. You can even do this. And now you have 7 pawns on light squares, and now you've unlocked like a hidden gem. You have all 8 pawns on light squares because you traded your light squared bishop. 2 knights, Carokann, not super...
See? So he knows that light squared bishop trade. He knows that.
Popular, you can always just, like I said, play the Tartakower, but it's seen a decent amount at the high levels. And everything else is a major sideline. For example, you might experience this in the wild. Okay, go review with an opening database. Go review with, you know, some sort of engine after the game is done. Try to play reasonable, logical chess, and don't just go completely insane. I can't give you every single iteration of white's first 2 or 3 moves, but I'm doing my best. And now, let's try to play a couple of games. The first person who we're going to play against is, I believe, 1200. And I believe they are not online. So let me quickly... Let's do this. Let's do this.
That's that. C5.
I'm going to play my...
That is a book move.
I'm going to play the variation I recommended, and that's in my course. And see how it goes practically. So the critical line is dc5. All GMs play dc5 because it's an attempt to refute black's opening. Then black has a couple of methods to equalize and try to do their best. Anyone below the level of like 2400, I'm not even kidding, doesn't know the theory correctly. I'm not joking. I have played a few 2200s in my life that kind of know the theory up to like move 7 or 8. That's it. But it's actually pretty unexplored territory at the high level, so even c5 is still being discovered. My water's gone. Okay, this is actually very good that we're analyzing this. c4 is a very aggressive move, and it actually leads to some pretty fascinating variations. If we try to develop just in the standard way, what's going to happen here is they're going to take and force our queen into the middle. So, believe it or not, this is actually very tricky. If you take on c4, d5 gets shoved forward. Be happy you watched all the way until now. So, the best move here, according to theory, is this move c takes d4. You actually have to fight immediately in the center. If the opponent defended, you can wait. But because they have a bit of a lead in development, because they do go first, you got to be like you got to be super accurate. So we take on d4 because they're not able to restructure the center with a pawn. Their center is going to be very weak. This is going to be very delicate right now. In fact, after knight d4, I think we can even just take this. But maybe not. Maybe we'll just take on c4 then, because they can't shove the pawn forward. cd5 is the best move. So actually taking the corresponding pawn, but it's the best move for one reason in particular, which my opponent might not know.
I don't like his instructions.
Because I'm going to have to move my queen out.
Too much.
And then the knight can come here. That's very tough to see if you've never seen this before. So, okay, well, yeah, that obviously is an inaccuracy because they've just lost the pawn. I could take, but again, I have taught you about this move, so I'm going to play this move now. If they play h3, I might take and then regroup. Yeah, actually, that looks pretty good. Here's a really good example of the fact that it actually looks like we can make this trade right now. And we just have to make sure that our king is completely safe. It looks like it. In fact, I want to take, and then take this. Yeah, I kind of like that. But I'm going to also show you the dangers associated with trying to cash in on these pawns too quickly. Okay? So, look, I'm cashing in, right? There's no check. I'm pretty safe. I hope this doesn't happen, because they're going to hang this bishop. So, like, queen e2 is a good move. Queen d1 is a good move. At which point I'm probably... Yeah, so I'm trying to think. I could take the bishop and then take, or I could just take on c4. Yeah, I guess I'll just take on c4. And, by the way, we are up 3 pawns on move 9. I understand there's a bit of a rating imbalance here, but these are the kinds of positions that you can also get if you know your stuff. See, our opponent played c4, not actually a move that we covered, but we know what to do against it. You see how this check is not so scary? Because we can trade queens. If that was a bishop, that would be terrifying. But because it's a queen, we're fine. And we're totally okay with a queen trade because we have 3 extra pawns. So, right? So, c4 is, I don't even think I looked at c4. It's actually a very rare move. So credit to my opponent for playing it. That's hanging.
So my wife got me this weird new kitchen knife.
Quack, 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 quack. SOB, piss off with your goddamn knife, fucker.
The way I can slide my king over, I can move my rook. I can also give the pawn away and just try to get developed as quickly as possible.
You're supposed to protect the pawn.
This is what I meant. So I'm going to play a move that I think around this level would occur.
You can bring the knight back.
Even though it's probably not the best move, I gotta find the move I want to play.
You could bring the knight
So king
back.
c7 runs into this. You see, this is actually the danger of grabbing these pawns so early, is that you fall behind in development. So king c7 runs into that. King c8 is just a little bit passive and ugly. My rook gets blocked in. Rook b8 also runs into this pin, which I understand that. Oh my god, it took me like 10 attempts to draw that. Which I understand I can defend, but just looks a little bit unpleasant. So the best move here for sure is probably just giving up this b7 pawn. And then just trying to like get some quick development. I'm going to play this. It's not a good move at all. And after bishop f4, knight a3, and putting both rooks on d1, c1, my opponent will have a big advantage. Like in development. Not according to the computer, but in development. And actually is okay. We'll very quickly analyze afterward with the engine, which is why I always recommend that before you go cashing in like at the arcade, you actually finish your development. You get everybody settled. This is under attack, so I'm just going to push it. It's not too complicated. Yeah, knight a3, bishop f4 attacks everything in my position. These bishops are super...
So pretty much all he's doing is just talking about some shit. You know what? So what we're going to do is... I need to log into chess.com, but I'm not going to do that yet. I'm tired of listening to this guy. Jesus. He talked about some stuff earlier that I don't really give a crap what he's talked about, because he just rambles on too damn quick. Like, what the fuck, you know? I was getting tired. I was just falling asleep listening to him. So we want to get back to the game here, and let me see if I can get into what I was talking about. I might be able to do it right off of this game. So get c6, d4. D5. So here an advanced variation. This is advanced. Bishop to f5. Okay, so he's talking about playing a knight move. He wanted to talk about waiting. Let me see if I can get my thing showed up here. So I'm going to just move that knight and then put it back real quick. Yeah, okay. So, Bishop to f5. Knight to f3. e6. Bishop to e2. Now, in White's game, it's the dark bishop that comes out and does this. And the dark bishop is on the mirrored. This is a mirrored picture. This is a mirrored picture with the push on that. And I'm wondering about doing it with the king pawn. No, because you want to trade off the bad bishop. So in the other game, we have this. We have to e4. Cancel that. e4. No, that's... Oh, I see what I'm doing. Wait. Here. 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 I'm playing very conservatively because I want to see this position for black is a reversed London system. I think this is a reverse London system because, well, the black is still trading off the bad bishop. Black is trading off a bad bishop. Wow, it says white is better. Wow. So black wants to play this. Knight to h4. Knight to h4. Oh, shouldn't this be... Oh, wait, this should be... Well, it doesn't matter because white can't take that pawn anyway. Yeah, it doesn't matter. Now white has this position here. It says that's not good for white. Knight to f6. No. Knight to c6. No. Well, maybe it's possible. The bishop move. White is slightly better. White's points are going up. I don't like this. I've never played this for black. I'm definitely not used to this. This is an e-pawn move. Now this is where the guy was saying c5, and it's actually in the game. e6. He's saying to keep the bishop back, the computer is. It's better to play e6. God, what if white plays? c3, knight f3. White is clearly better. Bishop to e3. Knight to d7. Oh, Jesus. That doesn't make any sense. He played the knight here. The whole idea, well... Yeah, I'm tired, Jesus. I can't think. I honestly can't think. Yeah, that's just... It says white is better with knight f3 or bishop to e3. That's d3. Computer's saying make the check and capture with the queen. Damn. Yeah, white, black's got to come up here. Wait just a minute here. C3. White is clearly better. You know, I don't like that idea of pushing that pawn. I don't like it. I just don't like it. I don't like the idea that I was talking about earlier. If this move, no, if this move, no, what the hell is it? This is a reverse London system for black. White is slightly better in this game. I don't like this idea, this reversed, you know. Um, the other, both of them are a London system variation because the Carokann, it just seems more straightforward. Because what's happening is that the C file is now the F file, and the F file is over here where the king is. Whereas, if you play the London system, if you play the London system, no, that's not right. The London system is this. You can't play this move. I mean, you could. Instead of playing c6, because then you get that option to push it all the way. No, didn't I do something wrong here? No, I did something wrong. You can't do it because it, yeah. Oh, I see what the issue is. I see what the issue is here. Even though the dark bishop, wait, the dark bishop's the good bishop. You don't want to trade that off. Now, see, if the light squared bishop, oh, that's the bad bishop, isn't it? It says the position's equal. C captures d4. What did white do? C captures d4. No, he said not to capture that pawn. Knight to 3c. Deep capture c4. Knight to f3. This is an equal position. The game wants black to capture that pawn. Oh wait, there's a problem here. White is slightly better with that move. That's because black's light squared bishop's pinned in. Why is that bishop sitting there? Yeah, that's not what I play. I play this move. The game was saying black to play d5. Yeah, this move. To c3. I'm falling asleep. It's probably a good thing. Why knight to g5? Why move? Oh. Knight to e5. Knight to d7, knight to f6. Yeah, see, this is what I missed before. Yeah, here the knight captures, goes back. Black is slightly better in this game, but there's a problem. There's something wrong with this. There's something wrong with this. What is it? Oh, it's this move. I've seen that move before. What if white retreats, and what the hell is black gonna do with that damn bishop? Oh, I see. White plays, knight captures d1. Oh, what the fuck? Oh, the knight has to go back here and can't capture that pawn. You know? The other idea, like what I was talking about, is the white plays the London system, the bishop goes on the king's side. So, in this case, if we play See, black is playing that bishop on the queen side, isn't he? So that's not the that's not the London system in reverse, which that's a really good thing because I didn't want to play this. This is what I was wanting to study to see if it would work. But it doesn't work because black's light squared bishop gets stuck back here. And that's the bishop we want to exchange. But we're changing the pawn structure so that black's pawns are on dark squares. And I just don't feel right about it. Oh, what happened here? That's a sacrifice? That was just a mistake, wasn't it? Knight to F3. Bishop to G4. Oh, both bishops are coming outside the board, aren't they? Now you see what the problem is? The problem is on white's side in the London system, the light squared bishop lines up with the queen. Here, the dark squared bishop is supposed to line up with the queen. But it can't because that's the one you want to trade off. The queen is on the dark square. And the good bishop for white is the light squared bishop. And it's placed diagonal on the queen. Here, so what happens is the reason why this is not a reverse London is because here the light squared bishop goes in front of the king. And that's not an attacking position. So the reverse London does not work in that sense. The only move that works is well, he could play. No, you don't play that. What if you played this? Is that an openings book? There's 68 games with this. I'm looking for a Carokann transposition. D4. No, I don't play that. I don't do that. Now here, the bishop goes here. So the true reverse London transposition is over here. It's on the light square and is played with the Carokann defense. No wonder I like that opening, that defense. No. Black's idea is to put pawns on light squares. But black is already trading off the bishop. Which I don't understand that because it's an open game. No, that's where it stopped. White is better here. White is slightly better. Black has knight d7 and castles. Rook to d1 or c4. Knight from 5 to b6. Knight f. Knight from 5 to f6. Bishop to f4. c5. Now, let me think here. So, why play that move? I don't understand that. Black should play the queen up to here, but that knight's causing an issue. Why not play this move? White is better. Rook from f to d1. Spinning the queen. Queen to c8. d8. He captures on d7. No captures. White is clearly better with knight to b5. So, what the hell? That knight move. That knight move right there is strong. This one right here. Why did the bishop move? Oh, that's probably because that was a game that somebody played. Say the bishop needs to hang back. The bishop should be... Well, he said the fianchetto of the bishop. Knight to c6. There's knight to c6. I don't like it. No, the knight moves to d7. The knight moves to d7. White is better with c4. Knight from f5 to f6. Knight to c3. Bishop to d6. You don't want to trade this bishop. Bishop to e7. h3, bishop f4. Castles. h3. Bishop to f5. Bishop to d3. Knight to h4. Bishop to f3, knight captures. Oh, bishop to what? Now it's changed bishop to... Now it's changed queen to b3. Or knight captures on g6. Oh, okay. So in my game when I play this reversed London, I do not castle. What's the other option? Knight to h5. No, I don't do that either. Knight to h5. Black has got to go through with his plan. Why the hell, why can't I play c5? It's going to open up the king. White is better. White is clearly better. That's not a good move. White's got d5. Queen to b6. This bishop is strong out here. Damn. What about moving... Maybe to fight this. That's not good. Jeez, I don't know. What was I doing? I was playing that move. I don't like that move. I don't like that. I don't freaking recommend it. It's C6 all the way. And then figure out the rest of it. You know what I'm saying? So with that in mind, let's listen to a little bit of calming music and we're going to play a few games. So I've gone over that variation that I was thinking of and it doesn't work, so we're back to the Carokann on my black variations, which is fine with me. Do I got a drink left? It is late. Don't know what to tell. We are going to play a few games. And watch out for that damn exchange opening up that queen file. this. I attack on the king side. I'm gonna play one game here to get my thing set up. Which I guess it is already set up. I know this could turn into the London. How sweet it is. I got 3 defending that square. Well, okay, good. Now I only need 2. I've got to move the king. If I move the king on the dark square, and bring the bishop out, I can defend the rook. Or I could defend it with the bishop. I don't want to do that. I want to bring the queen over. I could castle. Either way, I've got to do 2 moves. A dark squared bishop. Jesus, I'm just eating up all her pieces. Because I don't like your queen. Now, in this case, I took the piece. I got rid of my good bishop because now I'm just playing material. Everything's protected. Everything is protected. Now I can look for an open file. Let's barrel down on the center of the board here. Not a good move. Oh shit, what the hell? She's just giving me her pieces. So if I play for check, if I go here, that might be a mate. Wait. That's mate, isn't it? Yep. I'm ready to play some real people now. Huh? Gonna play some more 3-minute games again. Oh, this guy's from Morocco. Oh, that's it, Russia. Oh, he's from Turkey. Oh, I'm still playing my my music. Oh, I just gave him that pawn. Not too bright on my part. Not too bright on my part, but hey. Now I got a plan now. That was a good move on his part. Well, he's got 2 defending, I've got 2 attacking. Oh shit, what did I do? Let me think here. Hurry up. 26 seconds. Ah, Jesus. Fuck. I want to go over that game. I want to go over this game. How the hell do I go over the game? Where's my games? Damn it. Where's my profile? Chess.com's trying to prevent me from reviewing games. I lost a pawn. That was a good game. That was a really good game for me. I had to call it quits when I'm ahead. So that was a loss. That was a mistake right there. B5 is excellent? Wait, what? How is that excellent? I ignored the opportunity to eventually win a pawn. How did I ignore an opportunity to win a pawn? I won the pawn back, so what does it matter? Why the hell is that a good move? I don't understand why that's I just traded. Oh. Wait, where am I? Oh, something happened here. White blundered. This ignores an opportunity to win a rook through a fork. Oh, yeah, there it is. White could have played this and forked the two rooks. Damn. I didn't see that. Holy crap, cola. Smoke a joint. Oh. White had that game. I thought White had that game. Oh my god, I wouldn't have seen that in that 3-minute game. I would not have seen that. I should find some other music to play chess with. I like to play for black. I don't know about the bishop. I don't know what to do with the bishop. I'm just thinking maybe getting it out to get it to castle. You know, that kind of thing. Yeah, that was a mistake. I should have played, instead of moving that pawn, I should have played this one. I had a slightly better game. Let's see if we can find some shit here. Why is this giving me this shit here? Damn it. Dark Victorian. Yeah, that sounds good. Yeah, this is good chess playing music. Let's do it. Watch me lose. I think the music's too loud. I get 2 pieces for a rook. Now you gotta wonder what's White's plan, Black's plan. Gonna fight for the center. Okay, I don't know what the relevance of that move is, but go ahead. You can't put me in check. Oh shit. Shit. Goddamn. You got a piece of me there, didn't he? Got a piece of me. I got. Go here. Goes that rook to hell. Damn, did I get a mate? Woo! Oh, fuck. Black was way ahead. I was doing pretty good. That's actually, that's actually, I don't know if it's Fisher. I think it's actually Fisher. He trades a bishop and a knight for a rook. They're equal in points, but it really depends. You know, I screwed up there. I wouldn't want to do that normally, so what did I do? What happened? So he ganged up on that square. I didn't have time to get down there to attack that bishop. So that really is... He gets a pawn there. He gets 2 pawns back. So instead of playing this move, I would have had to play A3 to prevent him coming down and doing that attack. So that's not such a good idea, because black hasn't castled yet. I probably should have took that pawn. Now, I don't understand why... that move was... Wait, did I actually get the piece back? I got 3 pieces and a rook. No, I got 4 pieces. He's only got 1 piece and a rook. What the hell? Oh, he's got 2 rooks. But a rook is not doing anything, and all my pieces are active on the board. I made a mistake here. I had 2 pieces on a center pawn. I should have took the pawn with the rook. I should have took the pawn with the rook to keep the initiative. And I was playing for this queen check up here. This I didn't see. That was a good move. Oh, you know what? Oh my god. If I had taken that pawn with the rook... No, he couldn't have put me in check. I would have just took his queen. He had no play. I should have took the pawn. That was a mistake on my part. Next victim! Oh yeah, I'll take... Okay, yeah. Oh, the thing's not pinned yet. That doesn't matter. I'm gonna pin him anyway. Now, why couldn't I play the c-pawn, you know? Interesting. Interesting. Can we force that? I can force some pawn exchanges. Maybe. Let's do it. Let's attack the... Wait, just a minute. Let me think. Because this is not the object of my game. Oh, shit. I had to get my pieces out. Ooh, that's free. Why didn't he just take the pawn? He should have took the pawn. That's gonna be mate. He should have took the pawn. Let me look at my game. Where the hell is my profile? He should have took that pawn. I felt bad for him. Or her. Was that a her? Luna Del. So this again is my Carokann variation. I was very hesitant to move that bishop up there. It was going to get attacked, not a problem. I don't care about that. The white's light bishop is not active. White's dark squared bishop is going to have issues. So I said go with my original plan, remember? The plan for the Carokann is that c5 square, no matter what. Now, did I make a mistake here? I should have played this move. because that leaves that square undefended. He's got a bishop up here. Now that was a really good move. Damn. Because that bishop's down on that diagonal. See that? That bishop's got that long diagonal right there. So I had to play. Well, I let him have. I mean, he took the rook, and then I really got into some trouble. He didn't see that. I think that was a blunder. He should have pushed that pawn. Well, could he? It might have been a problem. I couldn't get my queen on that damn diagonal. I wanted to move the king. Yeah, you know. I should have moved that pawn before. Oh shit, are we watching the game? Oh, I'm sorry, you guys didn't even see the game because I was freaking around with the music. Shit. So this was the game that I just played. And I was saying that oh, he moved that bishop. Oh, I should have just took it with it. Yeah, there was some mistakes made in that game. Doggone it, I don't have it on the thing here. You wait just a minute here. I gotta find some other music. That was a little nerve-wracking. I don't like playing chess anymore anyway. I don't mind teaching it, you know, helping some people out. Let's play, let's see. How about, let's play some chill jazz. Wait, chill jazz, no. No copyright. Jesus, I ain't gonna listen to that. How about, chill. Chill deep house, no copyright, 22 videos. No copyright. Yeah, deep house. I can't get no sleep. I can't get no. I can't get none. I can't get none. Oh, that's an interesting move. Because I don't want to trade that. Damn. That's different. That's a forced exchange right there. Oh, I lost my... I gotta change that with the bishop. Oh, fuck. There's a check in there. Let's take a pawn. Oh god, look at that king and queen. Bad move. There goes queen bye-bye. Pin rook. That's gotta be a good move. Let's bring that up. I should have just took it. Why didn't I take the bishop? doing? What am I doing? What the fuck am I doing here? God, I'm a killer at chess, I swear to God. Fuck. Oh, did I fucking mate? Oh my God. Oh my God. What the fuck was that? So, I didn't feel bad for my opponent. I mean, look what happened here. Okay, I guess I screwed myself really bad somewhere. That's so... Like, when that bishop comes down there, that's new. That's different. Okay, so... I've seen that before. And I'm thinking, just go after the bishop. Because I don't castle. It's not a big deal. Now, maybe that was not such a good move. And, in fact, this music, the guy is always singing here, so we're going to fix that BS. I can't deal with... I like the deep house, but I don't want to listen to someone singing. Yeah, shit on that BS. Fucking bullshit music. Let's try another one. I like that one. Well, I didn't see that I couldn't take the pawn back as my rook was unprotected. What the hell are you gonna do, you know? There was some good play in there. Oh shit, did I actually lose a knight? Oh my God. I lost the knight. I was down a piece. He's got 3 pieces, I've got 2. I took the pawn. I guess I didn't think that pieces could attack backwards. I didn't even think about it in the game. There was a question there, and I'm like, so that's why he kind of exchanged pieces. That was a bad move. He lost his queen. Now I put my king on the light square. I offered, so... Now I should have just took the bishop there. Now on the left, I just solidified my pawn structure. He could have had a passed pawn. Look at that rook behind them 2 pawns. Did I exchange? No, I did not. That was a free bishop. That's a mate. Why not move back to the gray square? I had 25 seconds. Oh my god. 4 moves a second to get a queen or another rook or something. How the hell? So he lost his bishop. He lost 2 bishops. Wait. Yeah, after the exchange he lost 2 bishops, so he blended pretty bad. Oh, I was actually attacking 2 pieces there. Oh my god, that was such a killer move. Alright, we got the right music playing now. I'm on a roll, baby. I'm on a roll, Jack. We gonna win. See how many games I got left in me. Oh my god, it's the same game. It's like identical. It's like almost identical. Can I push this pawn? That queen move didn't do anything. Watch out for that knight. Well, let's just block him in. What the hell? Well, he can move the bishop, yeah. That's pinned. Okay, now my knight is pinned. Oh, I just gave him a free pawn. That wasn't a good move. Wait, do I want to do... Where's my knight? Damn it. I can't take that, can I? I don't know what he did. God damn, I swear I play better with music, you know what? I am crushing him. I got lucky there. I got lucky there. I got lucky there. There goes the bishop. And this is not going to be easy. This is not going to be easy. Holy shit. I didn't really like that game. So some things happened there that that was okay. That was a really good move. That was like a super ass good move right there. I should find protection for that bishop, because I really want to trade it with the other bishop, you know? And this also, like, right here I should have played the knight. I should have played the knight out. That was one mistake. I played the wrong knight. Maybe that's a ploy. I mean, he did castle on the other side of the board. White had a very strong game. I went for these sacrifices, and White didn't even play it. Like, why not just take the bishop? I put him in check. There's check. Let me think here. So, takes, check. Moves, check. Moves, check. Goes there, check. Queen, the queen trade's, the queen trade's not good. Take the bishop. Check, 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 and then go over there. Yeah, because white still has a knight. Wait. Takes, check. Oh, wait, the knight's in the way. Why isn't that music freaking changing? It's the same damn shit here. You know what? I'm about ready. I'm done with that fucking music anyway. So takes, check. Check. If he goes there, it's check. No. I would bring my knight down because there's a knight fork there. So yeah, there's a knight fork. Maybe I didn't see it. Why didn't he just take the bishop? I mean, he could have. Maybe he could have took the bishop. The knight's down there. Now the knight's guarding that square. I don't think White was thinking very clearly. Okay, why not exchange with the knight? Check. He should have took it. He should have took the knight back. Oh, I took the knight instead of the rook. I took the knight instead of the rook. Why? Because knights are dangerous. Knights and queens work good together, but an opposing knight and a queen, it's not good for the person who's got the queen. Now, if I had taken, he was looking at guarding the rook there. What if I, yeah, that would have not have been good if I had exchanged everything of the queen. Would have had a knight and a bishop down there against two bishops. Those two bishops are all over that friggin' board. And I mean, look, I already have an attack on that. My rook's hanging down here. How long ago was that happening? Why did he just take the knight? Why didn't he take the rook? Well, because the queen was being under attack. Oh, nice move. I didn't see that. Holy God. But that's with check. And that gives me a rook for a bishop. I was in a hurry here. He was out on time. I was in a hurry on that game. What am I, almost up to 600. My thing is minus 50 and 150 plus. Now I'm playing a lower rated player. So I really don't want to lose this game. Wait, you know what? Let's just do this. What if I could just attack the bishop for bishop, right? There's no check there. I should have took it with a knight, damn it. Oh, I fucked up. I'm playing Fisher's move now. He's got that pawn. Oh, shit. That's not good, is it? That's just not good. I'm getting my ass kicked here. Don't trap my queen. Jeez, how do I get... I don't know what to do. Attack the knight. That knight is just in a world of hurt over here. I gotta frickin' regroup. Oh shit, is that like mate? Damn it. Everything's fucked up here. Oh, he got my fucking queen. Now I gotta go defensive. Holy shit. I gotta go defensive somehow. How the hell do I get up there? I can't get up there. I need a square. Fuck. This is not good. This is not good. Yeah, you're a good sport. I got my ass whooped that. Oh, that was horrible. I knew I should have quit when I was ahead. Ah, shit. I fuck it. I don't want to talk about that game. It's like I said, I don't play good when music's playing. Where's that bishop? Bring that bishop out. Uh, I'm gonna save that bishop this time. Or am I? I'm supposed to go for the pin. Oh, that's an exchange. And I need that. And I'm supposed to do this. Now we go for the gusto. I need that bishop. Damn it, I needed that bishop, you know what? I needed that bishop. Um, Shit, I'm gonna lose that square anyway, ain't I? This is not good. That's pinned. I had to go for material. I got time. Oh, it's pinned again. That's a trade for a queen and a rook. I don't want to be on that side of the board. I got interesting attacking choices up on the king side, but I got a problem here. He's running out of time. Oh, he pinned my... Let's do this. Yeah, that's pretty good. I gotta figure out what the fuck to do. He knew there was a threat there. He's gonna move the king. That's a rook fork. I'm gonna get 2 rooks. Wait. Let's just do it anyway. I got a whole minute. And moves, and moves. He played pretty good. That player, he played good. Fuck. Where's my profile? I gotta call it quits. That's enough chess for me. I really don't like the game anyway. What the hell is where's my profile? Where's my rating? I'm still 579. Jesus. 14 million games in one day, and I won some of them. I'm done.